As we all know, Republicans will once again hold a very slim majority of seats in the U.S. House of Representatives. And it's because, of course, Republicans won more seats than Democrats won, but Democrats still won a decent number of seats. Now, that's how a logical, rational, normal, smart person would look at things, right? But none of those adjectives apply to Marjorie Taylor Greene, because Marjorie Taylor Greene has decided that she is just going to continue getting crazier by the day. You know, they say there's two certainties in life, right? Death and taxes. But I would like to add a third certainty. And that third certainty is no matter how crazy you think Marjorie Taylor Greene is, she will always get crazier. Here is what Marjorie Taylor Greene said during an interview with, of course, Alex Jones this week. As you know, these last remaining House seats and a few of the Senate seats look like there's been a lot of election fraud going on, and I think this is a continued fight that we're going to have. This should have been a massive landslide of House seats, but we didn't. As a matter of fact, we barely control the majority right now. I think we'll finish out with 220 seats or pretty much close to that. But we should have had many more House seats won. Because of all the fraud, she says. So, first of all, there's not even massive reports of fraud. That's not a thing. It's already not a thing. She is making this up because she is a liar and a crazy person. Okay? Let's get that right out of the way. Secondly, let's assume for a second that her conspiracy theory is right. Here's what would happen, or what would have to happen, for her conspiracy theory to be true. Because when I debunk these conspiracy theories, I always like to make sure I talk about it rationally and real, so that if you want to share this with maybe somebody who believes it, they look at all possible scenarios. So let's roll up our sleeves here and figure this out. If there were massive amounts of fraud, right, that cost Republicans House seats, she of course is implying that the Democrats did this fraud. So you're telling me, Marge, that the Democratic Party went out there and said, hey, look, we're going to rig seats in the House. We know how to do it, obviously, and we can do it, obviously, and we won't get caught, obviously. So Democrats went out there and rigged just enough seats to not have a majority in the House, right? That's what your conspiracy is saying. Democrats are so good at rigging elections that they can do it successfully and never get caught, but they what? Got lazy? They did like 3 or 4 and then they were like, nah, all right, I don't want to do anymore, right? And not to mention, if you're going to rig the House elections, why don't you also rig the presidential election, right? I mean, why stop at the House? Did they get even lazier? Where they're like, all right, we've rigged this House seat. Well, what do we do? Shouldn't we rig it for Kamala at the top? No, that's like 2 extra minutes of work, my dude. We're not going to do that. Huh, yeah. That is what would have to be true in order for her conspiracy theory to be true. Which, of course, none of it is true. But this is what we get. No matter how crazy Marjorie Taylor Greene may be today, she will always be crazier tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.